What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mish Westco, and we are back with another episode of Spilling with Mish. Yes, and y'all read the title, The Importance of Nature and Mental Health. We're about to get into it. I want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for tuning in to my second season. We are off to a great start, but we are being mindful and we are being intentional because, like I said, this is the year of intentions. So, before we dive into the episode, y'all know we gotta get into my favorite part of the episode, the drinky drink. So today we are making a Serenity Tea Elixir. So this is a fun, refreshing, and calming green tea blend to soothe the mind and bring balances, featuring our butterfly tea, that's my girly girl, and a citrus twist. So, like I said, we got green tea, we got butterfly pea tea, and we've got honey. We got some lemons for the citrus twist, and we got some ice because I need mine chilled, okay? So I am going to get into making the drink. So we have, here's our glass we're gonna use. I brought out the shaker because since I got the shaker, y'all, I need to shake. So I have some ice in it already. We have our green and our butterfly pea tea mix. I've already chilled mine, so if you want to have it hot, you can have it hot. But I'm chilling mine because I'm going to turn mine into a hot toddy. So stay tuned for my special guest at the end. So I've got butterfly pea is like a pretty lavender. So I mixed it with green tea, so obviously this is the color. I feel like that was just so much. So we've got that. I've got some honey here. This is 100% organic, and it is allergy season, guys. So I would try to look for local honey. Local honey is also really good for you. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons. Yes, 2 teaspoons of that. I'm going to add some mint. So I learned a trick with the mint. So you know how mint can be very pungent. So it can have it doesn't always smell like minty chocolates, or it doesn't always smell like a peppermint. So you rub it between your hands to extract the oil, and then you smack it. So you have to smack it because it seals the flavor. So after you smack it, smell it, and then you will get the mint flavor like we're actually used to. So I've got a squeeze of a lemon. I have a lot of tea in here, so I'm going to use a little bit more lemon. So I'll do 2 squeezes of a lemon. Okay. And I am going to, my special guest, guys. So we have our vodka soju here. So this is now considered a cold toddy. If you having it hot, then it's a hot toddy, but this is a cold toddy because I got ice. So I'm adding in some vodka, and we are gonna shake. Remember, make sure your seal is down, or you will really be spilling it with me. And I don't want to spill. I mean, it makes the name catchy, but I don't want to spill. So, y'all ready? Shake what you got in them jeans, then grab the wall and shake it like a ball. Shake what you got in them jeans, then grab the wall and... Yeah, so, and we let our ancestors tell us when to stop, right? Stop, okay. So, I feel like I probably put a lot in here. So it probably is not gonna all fit. So look how pretty she is. And fun fact, fresh lemon juice over lemon, just lemon, whatever is not fresh. If you do it fresh, it will change the color of the tea. There is a chemical reaction that happens when you squeeze fresh lemon juice into the butterfly pea. So then you get this pretty color. Remember how it was dark? Yeah, this is what we got now. So that was my magic trick. I actually wasn't sure that it was going to happen. So I won. So I have a little bit of glitter for cuteness. We're gonna spray her in. We have a fun straw. We give her a twirl. A mint for garnish and a little lemon on the side. Yeah. So we have our Serenity Elixir. Y'all, get you one of those. Get you one of those. I mean, obviously you could have poured it over ice, but I didn't want to water it down. So now to just explain why the butterfly pea and the ingredients are correspondent to mental health and why I chose them. So butterfly pea tea is known as an anti-stress property, and it has abilities to help with cognitive focus. So like if you go through memory loss or brain fog, or you can't remember why you went your ass in that room, get you some butterfly pea tea. So it's packed with a bunch of antioxidants. Obviously, the color will kind of indicate that. That's another thing I'll probably cover in another episode, the color theory and how it relates to your mental health as well. So green tea contains L-theanine. That's an amino acid that boosts focus, reduces stress, and promotes relaxation without drowsiness. Honey is a natural mood booster. It helps reduce anxiety and it promotes better sleep. It's also anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial. Lemon is rich in vitamin C, which helps combat stress by reducing cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And it helps support immune functions. It's also a natural detox agent. So mint, naturally refreshing, it's uplifting to the mood, and it's great also for mental fog. So now to get into the episode, y'all. Sorry, that's a good tea. So I have a little story I want to share, and I just want to kind of shed light on the importance of prioritizing your mental health and actually getting out in nature to help with prioritizing. So when I was working from home, I went through a period of time where I never left my house. I started to order groceries. My prescription was coming to the house. There was never a reason I was leaving the house. Amazon Prime, yeah, and Walmart Plus or whatever. So it got to the point where, like, when I would have to leave the house, it was almost like I was about to have a breakdown. Like I wasn't going to be able to contain myself in public. So that went on for about 3 weeks where I was just like, absolutely, like, it was like fearful of touching the front door. Like I wouldn't go get my mail. Like my car kept gas for a whole month. I kept gas for a whole month. I did not move. So I had to remember who I was and what would get me back to feeling like that. Work was also starting to be affected during that time too, and that's how I knew I was actually starting to fall into a depression. So I started to actually remember like just small things about the area that I was living in. At the time, I made it a priority to move to the area that I lived in when I was a child, because at that time I was going through somewhat of an identity crisis. Like I needed to get back to what made me feel safe as a child again. So I moved into that same area, and the park that I grew up hanging out with my friends, and I actually used to exercise at that park. I started to go to that park now on my lunches. And when I started to go on my lunches, like the first time I was going and I was just like, I would go and sit like at a park bench and I would just sit there and I'd be like, this isn't really working. And then maybe like a day or so later, I was like, let me go take a walk like on the track. During my childhood, I was a little heavier in weight. That same track, I initially started my weight loss journey in. So it's just a lot of nostalgia and stuff that starts to come back from being in this place. But also, I remember how it made me feel as a child. It was fun. I really enjoyed this park. Me and all my friends would be at this park. So I felt it was important to actually get out there. So when I started walking the track on my lunches, and just making sure I prioritized that every single day, like I would prioritize that every day. Like, I need to at least go walk around the track at least once. But then it brought me back to remembering when I was younger and I wanted to lose weight, I had that same mentality. So that made me automatically see like like I'm working on my depression here. Like, just being in this place is elevating my mind and how I'm thinking. So I also started to take my yoga mat out and I was like, let me put my feet in the grass. Now I know what y'all thinking. Ain't no way. I used to feel the same way. Like, I would never go put my feet in nobody's grass. Like, it's wet, it's dirty, there's dirt, but there is an importance behind doing that. So, like, the importance behind doing that is called grounding. So actually taking off your shoes and your socks and exposing the palms of your hands and your feet to the ground naturally helps you reduce stress. It helps your mental, and it helps you with mood stabilization. So also exposure to green spaces, so lowers cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. So like I said, just being in that area when I was going through that depression, really, like it was fading away. Every day I would go there. So research from Stanford University shows that walking in natural environments reduces rumination, so which is repetitive negative thoughts. So you know how you're always thinking like, oh, I always think of the worst. I always think of the best, and sometimes people are annoyed by how happy I am, but I don't have that. I don't have that thought going on. Like, I'm really not a negative person. So being in nature really helps with that. Um, Studies also indicate that spending time in nature enhances cognitive flexibility and problem solving skills. So, unlocking your hidden talents, unlocking things that maybe you used to do as a kid. Like, does anybody ever like have that small thought in their mind like, dang, I can't use this software, or I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do that? Do you guys know that when we had MySpace, we were coding? Like, that's what I mean. Like, just being back in those environments will help you start to unlock some of the darkness, or some of the fogginess that's going on in the brain. Um, the University of Utah also found that spending 4 days in nature creates creative problem solving skills by about 50% as well. So get outside, right? Get outside, get you some sun, wear sunblock. Black people, y'all heard me. Wear the sunblock. We need the sunblock, okay? I don't care what nobody's ever taught you. Put the sunblock on. We'll get back to that another day, though. So, um, just comparing like mental health effects to like our day-to-day life. Like I said, I was working, like I also referenced, like tech CEOs and big companies will kind of plan retreats around something in the nature. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on. You guys could have an event. You guys could have like a big conference or something going on. They're going to plan you guys a hike, a campfire, something where you guys are sitting in nature. There's proper planning behind that. So when you aren't feeling like you're in control of anything, like I said, go put your feet in that grass. Go get into nature. Go experience outside. Go breathe the fresh air. Like, literally go outside and take a deep breath. Like, it's really so life-changing and groundbreaking to start putting those small little things into your routine, and it'll really help you elevate to what's next. And like I said, year of intention, right? We are fixing ourselves this year. We're starting with us. The world needs us bad, but we have to start right here. So nature improves focus and creative solving by about 50%. Tech CEOs and creatives take nature retreats to avoid burnout. So big companies will plan yearly retreats for their staff, and usually it involves some form of being in nature. Rather, they specifically pick the location that in that manner, or they have you guys doing a hike or some type of dinner or lunch outside, like that's very specific and very strategic when it comes down to just managing stress and caring about wellness of others. So when I referenced like needing to take that walk, again, y'all, I was working in tech and staying in the house. That's not for the weak, okay? Shout out to my tech fam, my people in tech. Like, y'all take a break. Take a break and go outside. Y'all need to go outside. So, when you're feeling like you aren't in control of anything, like your life, your schedule, you can't seem to get right at work, it's probably because your body is starting to tell you there's an imbalance somewhere. So go recenter by putting your feet in the ground. Get grounded with making sure you move forward. So it also relieves stress, like I said, just sitting there face down, hands face down, your feet face down without your socks. That will help you instantly relieve stress. Do it the next time you're mad. Like the next time you are so mad, you want to kick, you want to scream, go take a walk in the park and put your feet in the grass. So looking at trees, looking at water increases dopamine and serotonin. So like if you see like a woman, like sometimes like you see single moms or not single moms, stay at home moms. You see them take their kids to the park. It helps the kid and it helps the mom. It helps her just get a moment to just like relax, see something other than her house. Her kids probably has destroyed. It gets the kids out. The kids are gonna run themselves down, and they don't even know it's all planned with the environment around them. Like you need to be in those elements. So sitting in nature and journaling, just reflecting on what's actually in front of you. Sometimes that's the simplest way for you to understand how blessed you are or how well your life is going, when you're able to just sit sometimes in a space where nothing of it belongs to you and you're just able to reflect. Those are also enlightening moments that nature will bring, which are super beneficial to your mental health. So sit outside with a journal and just describe what you see. Like describe your surroundings. Write down 3 things in nature that you're grateful for: the sunshine, fresh air, trees, birds singing. That was my favorite part about taking my walk on my break. I would just be able to hear birds chirping. And it's like, I didn't notice that in my apartment. Like, yeah, I had big trees and stuff like that around me, but I couldn't really hear any of that stuff. Like, but when you're outside and your phone's not to your ear and you're not mentally distracted by anything else, you're just able to take those things in. I never really realized how much I enjoyed birds chirping or just being able to hear that. If possible, draw what you see. Like if you have an inclination, if you can draw, even do a little stick figure or whatever of just something you see, or just random little words that help you understand the importance of the space you were sitting in that moment. It just helps develop like a deeper appreciation, like I said, for life. Just what you actually have at your fingertips. Life could really be lifing, and you really would have to sit and just be like, wow, I'm grateful. But being in nature will help you provide perspective for what you actually have. So I challenge you to write down a sentence about nature. So get on your break, maybe prioritize some time after work, especially, I would say on your break because it's been cold at night. So I would say during your break when the sun's probably at its highest, go take a walk. Maybe if you can't get into nature, just come outside of your building, come out of your surrounding at the moment and just go on a walk. Come home and write it down. 1 sentence, and just let me know. Let me see it. Let me see something you appreciated about me. Send me a pic. So, like I said, the walk, I called it a walk, recharge, and a refresh. So I swapped one indoor activity. So I prioritized putting my phone down the hour of my lunch hour and 1 hour after I actually got off work. I made it a priority to not talk to nobody, and I would go take a walk again at that park. Even if it's just 10 minutes, just take the walk. Also, like, go walk and get your mail. Like, I know that people, like, they send the email so you know it's in there and everything is digitized, but like, go get your mail. Go on that walk. So, like me, do the lunchtime reset. Eat your lunch outside, or even sit near a window. Maybe sit in an outside cafeteria or something. If in Starbucks, if they have an outside seating area, sit out there. Sit out there and enjoy your coffee. Just get outside. Sunlight and fresh air are instant mood boosts, like soup instant. So again, the grounding, walking barefoot. Put your feet in the grass. Put them in there. Reading outside, taking your work outside. So your journal, your laptop, a book. Just change your scenery for a little bit. I used to always ask my teachers when I was in school, can we have class outside? I never really equated that to the fact that how much I really need to be outside as a kid. I just used to always like go in and be like, dang, am I being annoying? I just feel like it's nice outside. Like, we should be able to sit out there. Like, we should have class outside. It'll be fine. A campfire or like a candlelit evening. So like swap some screen time. Like, put your phone down. Like, they ain't take TikTok away. So like it'll be there. Like, y'all don't gotta put it down for a little bit. Just 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Put your phone down. Like, put it down. Or like light a cozy fire at night, and use candles for an inspired relaxation routine. So tips for incorporating some of this into your life. So morning rituals, like I referenced in my other episodes, make a routine for yourself. Once you make a routine, it really makes it hard for your mental not to understand that you have to stay on track. There is those times where you go through slippage. Life does happen. Trauma happens. But continue to get back to your routine. Even if you fall off a day, get back on it. Get back on it. Step outside as soon as you wake up. Have a glass of water and step outside. Breathe in that air. Get some sun on your face. Then go proceed with getting ready for work. Like, just prioritize getting in nature. Deep breaths. When you are walking to your car and you got everything in your hand, start putting some of that stuff away before you. When you're walking to the car, take deep breaths. When you're walking into work, take a couple deep breaths before you go in. People underestimate a deep breath. Sunny said that in another one of my episodes. The deep breath, take it. Bring nature inside. Get you some plants. Get you some plants. I said that in another episode. Get you a plant and don't let it die. That is priority. That is responsibility. Like, that helps with your mental well-being. It also invites nature into your home. It also allows your home to start to become one with that plant, because I don't know if you know this, but if a plant don't like their environment, they will die. And they will show you prior to dying that they did not like their environment. So I have a challenge for y'all. Pick one of these mindful practices and try it this week. Share your experiences with me on IG. Tag me. I would love to see you. And just make sure you tag me so that I can repost them and that I am actually seeing them, because I would love for you guys to share your journey with me. These are things I actually do practice. And as it gets warmer, I'm going to start inviting you guys to do them with me. And yeah, so show me what you guys do this week, whether it's writing down something, whether it's buying a plant. If you guys buy a plant, please share it. I really love a good plant. So share your pictures with me. So another one we're going to get into is involving the community in nature. So I don't know if you guys know this, but here locally we have a community garden. And it is ran by some of the most amazing people in the world. They're actually going to be opening a fresh Whole Foods grocery store next month. It's called the Adobo Garden. And yes, we're going to be able to get real seeded grapes. We're going to be able to get real seeded fruits and vegetables. And that is also very, very important to your mental state. Make sure you're eating your vegetables, drinking your water, getting out in nature. Those are all key properties to prioritizing your true self and your true well-being. So again, slowly take these steps and just apply them. Like, you don't have to overwhelm yourself with them, but just understanding that it's essential to start prioritizing them is key to the growth and the journey that I'm sharing with you guys, and the journey that we all essentially should be on. Like, we should all be elevating to the next level. This is the year of intention. This world is not playing with us. Nobody's waiting on us. It's time to get right now. So slowly take a walk in a natural space. Like I said, if you don't have access to a park, a forest, or anything like that, just take a step outside of your building. Take a step outside of your home. Make sure you find a spot of some sun. Stand there for a second. Absorb that. Put your phone down. Pay attention, like when you're taking your steps, to how you feel. Pay attention to how it feels for your shoes to maybe step over a rock or step over a crack. Like, do you guys remember when we used to be walking and we used to be like, step on a crack, break your mama's back? Like, do that. Like, get back to mindfulness and to nostalgia. Essentially, that's super, super important in managing your actual mental well-being. So those deep breaths, make sure you're taking those deep breaths. Take 10 before doing anything you feel like are going to be stressful to you. Take 10 before you deal with somebody that naturally upsets you or it throws off your aura. Take 10 deep breaths. 10. Try the tea. Like I said, butterfly pea tea, super, super good for managing stress, helping with cognitive focus. I know it doesn't make me feel good to forget about stuff. It doesn't make me feel like I'm on track with my life either. And if you're having a hard time with those things too, also start to write things down. Prioritize working on your mental. So I have another challenge for you guys. So what's one word you would use to describe how nature makes you feel? For me, safe. Safe. I know that sounds weird, but nature makes me feel safe. And I don't know if that's deeper within my genetic makeup that I feel safer in nature, but it just makes me feel safe. So think about how it makes you feel. So I know I didn't talk y'all ear off today, but I really appreciate you guys being here with me. Season 2, we not playing with y'all. We are on a roll. We are going. We are being mindful. We are being intentional. We are growing. We are going to start with our mental well-beings. We are going to start with getting us all the way together. And then we are going to move outside so that we can help with that. So we've talked about how we can be in nature, lower our stress, boost creativity, help you sleep better. We even said we can sharpen our focus, which is super important. We need that. We need our minds, you guys. But one thing is, knowing isn't just enough. You actually got to step outside and you got to feel it for yourself. So here's my challenge to you. Again, pick one of the practices that we talked about today. A short walk, cloud watching, listening to some white rain or some noises, actually going somewhere to see some water just fall, standing barefoot in the grass. Stand barefoot in the grass. Okay? Just do it. It's okay. And then try it for a few minutes. Share with me how you feel. Share with me if you even if you're a little fearful of trying it. Like, I can definitely always provide perspective. You don't have to do it alone. Reach out to me. We can do a FaceTime. We can go stand in the park together. Sometimes I need people to help me stay accountable. So to wrap us up though, guys, like, cause cousin gonna ramble. I will ramble, y'all. But thank you guys for being here. Stay in touch with me. Subscribe. Please share. You never know who actually needs to hear these messages. You never know who might be flustered and need to go outside. Okay? But thank you guys again for joining me. This has been yet another episode of Spilly with Mish. I am your cousin girl, Mish Westco, and we love you guys so much. Peace.